What's up, what's up? It's Eric Haas with the Haas Group at Douglas Elliman in sunny Southern California. Hope you guys are doing great so far with this enduring crisis that we're all going through. As we all know, we've got the full-on lockdown now. Everybody's office is closed, and we have quite a bit of uncertainty ahead of us. And what are we to expect now? As I gave you a synopsis of the market before, we're quite not sure as to how this epidemic is going to necessarily impact us. However, it will be impacting us. Based on the last solds, which are about 30 to 60 days out, which means they opened 30-60 days ago and closed just most recently, find the market still doing quite well. A little bit of a slowdown in Santa Monica, but both Venice and Vista still staying very strong. However, that was prior to the new changes that were made, and this is applicable to agents as well now. You are no longer, as an agent, to be able to show a house, do an open house, meet face-to-face for listing appointments, and again, face-to-face in general is off the table because of the coronavirus going on right now. So a lot of changes are going to be happening. A lot of adapting is going to be necessary in order to facilitate our market and still transact. I know that there's a huge chunk of people out there that are just like, really? Transact? Like, who's selling or buying right now? Well, I agree. The market is quite volatile. A lot of people are on the sidelines, but a lot of people aren't. Let me just break it down to you from a real estate perspective. Moving forward, obviously we have a lot of uncertainty and we're not sure what's going on. But as I mentioned, there are a lot of people who are looking to transact still. And those people are in the form of homes that have expired recently. These are people, sellers, homeowners, obviously, that have every single intention of selling. And they still want to sell. And maybe it's an overpricing, which is still a trend that is still popular. And maybe they just haven't found their mark as being perceived as a value with reductions quite yet. But regardless of the matter, whether they hire the same agent or they move on to somebody else, people are still looking to sell their homes. And perfect response back with respects to buyers is there's still definitely buyers out there that are looking to buy. Just because the coronavirus is present and unfortunately making such a detrimental impact to our daily normal lives, there's still a lot of people that are relocating. Unfortunately, some people are losing jobs. That's the facts right now about what we're going through with this virus. So people are selling, people are buying, people are renting, obviously, as well. So on that note, there's still a lot of people who are in the game. Plus, there's quite a few people, which we commonly refer to as FSBOs or for sale by owners, that are looking to possibly, take advantage of this as well from the perspective of, well, if there's not going to be any showings or open houses, what's the value of a realtor right now? Well, on that note, I'm going to be happy to share with you in an upcoming video that I'm going to explain exactly why you need a realtor, especially in this type of crisis situation, to guide you through the new technologies that are being implemented to make sure that we can still maximize if you still are a buyer or a seller. However, there are still people that want to go the for sale by owner route, and that's totally fine as well. You're just not going to get the best bang at the end of the day with netting the most money in your pocket. But hey, you know what? This is going to be a trend that pops up as well, and I just want you to be prepared for it. Now, probates as well are not going anywhere. So that's something that is still going to continue as well. And foreclosures, a lot of people are talking about, geez, is this going to be a hot market for me as a buyer now that I've sat on the sidelines? Should I just wait it out? Are there going to be foreclosures? Are there going to be short sales coming? And guess what? And this is just rumor mill, okay? I don't want you to take me just for full fact here. This is rumor mill, and this was per NPR, an article that I just saw recently today. The mortgage industry will be relieving homeowners of paying the mortgage if they aren't able to do so for the upcoming year. How that's going to be put into effect and what measures are going to need to be followed are not quite yet understood, but I just want to put it out there that there are measures going into effect to combat the impact and effects that we're going to be experiencing as a result of this coronavirus. Now, moving forward, obviously, as I mentioned, going to have to adapt and change and find a different way of approaching how to sell and buy homes. It's going to be the beginning of a changing of a guard, and whoever is not well versed in this technology and how to maximize and take advantage of it for their buyers and sellers are really going to have a hard time in this market surviving. On that note, just as a little side note, this is a great time, since everything is down, to maybe inform yourself, educate yourself, yourself, research, get up to speed on what are the tools that are going to be necessary in moving forward, not only as an agent, because I myself am going to be implementing the same things, but what maybe you as an agent are looking to provide to your clients, because your clients are going to be asking you, how are we going to get results still? So you got to be there and be ready to explain how you're going to deliver those results, a strategy for that, and a plan as well, because that's what buyers and sellers want. They want a plan that's going to deliver results, and that's what we're here to do. So moving forward, again, investors as well are going to still be in the game. Not everybody's jumping out. In fact, some investors are seeing this as an opportunity maybe to jump in on some people who still have to sell, as I mentioned before. And it's not just the new construction, it's not just the tear downs, it's opportunities that are multifamily. People just want to get out of the game for whatever reason. Either they're cashing out, they're relocating, a change in their life. There's variables hitting us every single day that may not be hitting someone else, but that's why you see a for sale sign up at the end of the day, because people, their lives are changing. And just because we're having coronavirus right now does not necessarily mean that everything just comes to a halt, even though it seems like it on the exterior. So moving forward, we're going to keep weathering the storm, and I'm going to keep you completely dialed in 100% as much as possible. When I get new news, I'm going to be sharing it with you. So the best thing to do is, obviously, I'd love to have your support. I'd love to have a comment below. If you've got questions, I want to be a resource for you as well. I don't want to just be spewing out information to you. I want you to be interactive with me and let me know what's on your mind. What are you feeling? How is your home market necessarily doing? Maybe if it's just outside the areas that I work. I want to break it down to you. I'm more than happy to help out no matter where you live. I can point you in the right direction. So please subscribe, like, comment. Happy to be a resource and be there for you, especially during this time. Let's keep going. Now, here's something interesting for everybody in Los Angeles County. I'm not sure how it's going to be applied for the rest of the nation, but I do know that a COVID addendum is now being put in place by the California Association of Realtors and the National Association of Realtors. If you're a seller or a buyer in a contract binding and you've already passed your contingency period as well, this will not cause you to be negatively impacted. You will not be giving up your 3% deposit one way or the other. The coronavirus addendum is here to protect you in that sense as well. Now, obviously, this is preliminary information that I'm providing to you right now, so please follow up with your professional, or feel free to give me a call directly, or email me, or put a comment below that you'd be interested in talking, and I can get you more information and clearly dialed in all the specifics involved in this COVID addendum. But I just want to put it out there so you're fully informed as to what, again, measures are coming your way as a result of this impacting epidemic that we're all facing. Now, I've also heard as well through the grapevine and colleagues as well as landlords as well. Actually, my mom happens to be a landlord of a couple of buildings, and I'm not sure if she's even aware of this yet, but I'm going to break it down to you. Tenants and renters, there will be a forgiveness implemented until June 1st in Southern California. Again, I don't know how this is going to work out for the rest of the country, but I know for LA County, there is a measure going into place to basically offset and assist right now. Just so you know, if you are a renter and you do decide to maybe postpone payment until June 1st, you still will be required to pay and repay those prior months that you were forgiven. Now, again, I don't know all the details, but I'm just putting it out there for you guys so you get a heads up, maybe a step up on the rest of everybody, just so you're completely informed as to what to expect and what's going on moving forward. Now, a lot of people are probably going, why the hell is the contractor still building next door to me, Eric? Why is that multifamily going up across the street from my apartment, Eric? Well, guess what? The coronavirus does not negate the fact that we have a huge housing crisis in Los Angeles, especially with our homeless. We do not have enough housing right now. So, for example, Olympic and Bundy, there is a huge development construction site, not stopping. The green light has been given to continue working by Governor Newman, and that is not going to stop because of our homeless crisis and lack of housing. Multi-units and homes cannot be closed down just because we're facing this virus. Now, everything's being taken to the fullest effect to make sure that every piece of work that's being done by these vendors and contractors are being done, safely, and health being at top of mind as well. But you got to understand that, there is a housing shortage and we just can't simply halt this. Now, I get it, new construction, it happens, but again, at the same time, this is providing housing. So whether you like it or not, it's going to continue to happen and we need it. So unfortunately, like it or not, it's not stopping. Also, as I mentioned to you again, I have a buyer who's looking in the Cheviot Hills Brentwood area. Actually, I'm not sure if I did mention that, but I am mentioning it now because this is still an epic time for a lot of buyers. Whether your house is on the market or not, there are buyers who are very serious and very eager to move move still, and I have a great buyer to that effect. She happens to be a family woman, a mom of 3. They are looking to move either to Brentwood and Cheviot. Yes, I'm doing a plug right here. Brentwood or Cheviot Hills. And what they're looking for, because I'm going to just be honest with you straight up, 4 bedrooms at least. We can do 3.5 or 4 bathrooms plus. 3,000 is the minimum square footage we're looking for right now. As I mentioned, Brentwood, it would have to be in the Kenter Canyon School District as well. And our price point is about $4 million-ish. Now, just on that note as well, I want to make sure everyone knows that they're not looking for a fixer. They're not looking for a teardown. This is a real family. They're looking to move into the area to be closer to the schools because their kids are going to be going to Brentwood and Culver City. So if you are out there and you are a seller or an agent maybe listening to this video, please don't hesitate to comment below and let me know you might have an opportunity for them either in Brentwood, as I mentioned, or Cheviot Hills. Both would be the ideal locations that my clients are looking for. And again, hey, this is how we're adapting. I'm putting it out there for you, and hopefully maybe someone might be interested in entertaining this opportunity. But again, you know what? Interest rates are at 3.2%, so why wouldn't someone want to continue to take advantage of this? It's just adapting and changing to figure out the new way of how we're going to continue buying and selling real estate in this market. Whether you're a home buyer or an investor, it's still happening, and it's totally feasible. I'm here to take you on that journey, and we'll figure it out together. Another thing to be important about as well is, I know we get home, we're home now, and it's so easy to just jump on Amazon. I know I'm a big fan of StockX, and I have a tendency to want to buy a few pairs of shoes, or, oh gosh, that piece of streetwear looks kind of cool too. Be cautious, everybody. Be prepared. The thing you don't want to do is sit home and be spending money. I know that we have a lot of services in place too, but be mindful. Be mindful also of how much you're buying at the supermarkets, and make sure that you're necessarily using that at home as well. But I'm not even going to get on your case about what you are or what you aren't buying. Just be smart about what you're spending your money on, because it's a crisis like this that, the unknowns are so unpredictable and volatile right now that it's better to be smart and have a little bit of money saved aside. So just as a precautionary, just in case, things go to real shit. Unfortunately, that's what it is right now. The unknown is frustrating, and it's better, so much better to be prepared and to be in a situation where you're not so worrisome about that type of financial scenario. Also, last thing I want to get back to you about too is I'm here for you as a resource again. So don't hesitate to comment below. I'm here for you. It's really super cool. I don't know about you, if you've been out for a walk today. It was really wonderful and sunny out today in California. I know we got some rainstorms coming pretty soon, but I got 2 kids who just love to be outside. So we were taking advantage of that today, and it was great. I mean, obviously we did it safely, and we did it health in mind, and we kept our 6 feet distance. But gosh, I couldn't help but notice how many neighbors and how much community was coming together just to support one another, just to see if anyone needed anything. Can I give you this? I got a little bit extra of that. It's really nice to kind of see how sometimes a situation, even though the situation totally sucks, but it's interesting to see how a situation like this can really bring people together too as a community, to really coming back to humanity as what we're all about, looking out for each other, surviving together, you know what I'm saying? So let's just continue that motto, keep looking out for each other as well. Again, if you need any help from me, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always looking to be a resource. If you are thinking about buying or selling as well in this market, or an investor, I'd love to have a discussion with you further. Please don't hesitate to let me know you might be interested in that respect. We're going to get through this somehow. It's going to all work out. So God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.